Hi friends, welcome to Selenium. In the previous session or the first video, we have seen how to configure Java, how to configure Eclipse. Okay, today we will see configuration related to Selenium. It's pretty simple and it's very short also. Now, today we are going to see how to configure Selenium into our Eclipse project, nothing but the Selenium Sessions project which we created yesterday. So it's very simple. What we need to do here is we need to simply need to go to our Selenium website. Okay, and we need to go for downloads and we need to download Selenium related jar file or nothing but a API. Now let's open the Chrome and let's Google it. It's very simple, straightforward. We can go it out. Okay, let's back Selenium downloads. Okay, now we'll see. So this is the official website of Selenium, selenium.dev. Just click on it. So this is a Selenium grid, okay, and this is a stable jar file, latest stable jar file, okay. You can straight away click on it and it will download the jar file. Got my point? So this is the one we need to download. This is a one jar file which is useful for everything, nothing but the WebDriver as well as the grid. Don't worry about those components. Okay, Selenium IDE, Selenium WebDriver, and grid. These three are the components or three different tools. Together we are saying it as a Selenium. Okay, so that will be taken care in the other sessions. Don't worry, and just download this one. Okay, if anybody wants specific to the language, can download here, and these are the libraries or APIs or the jar files respect to your language. Okay, let's say you need only specific to the Java. Yes, here you can download it. Okay, so specific to the Python, Sharp, C Sharp, and JavaScript, Ruby, anything. These are the specific to the language, and as of now, this simple one is sufficient for us. Okay, so simply click on it and it will download the jar file for you. Okay, and after that, and we need to download a couple of browser related drivers also. I will explain those things in the next session. Time being, I'm just showing to you what we need to download. Let's come to the browsers, and this is the one which is useful for the Firefox. You have to download this one, and this is the one Internet Explorer. Anyhow, Internet Explorer is going to end, so no need to worry about this. I'm ignoring this one. And Safari and Opera, if you are using in Mac, yes, you can go for Safari. Anyhow, I'm in Windows, I'm not using Safari. And the Chrome, yes, you have to click on it and you can download the Chrome driver. And the Edge, and you need to click on the documentation, and where you can find downloads, you have to download those drivers. So separately for each and every browser, I will show you in separate sessions. A short and beautiful explained videos we will see in future. Okay, so as of now, the first and the most important point here is you have to simply click on it and it will download your jar file. So the download jar file will be look like this. Let me go to my folder. I just place all the downloads here. So this is a jar file. Okay, you have to download this jar file. Now what we will do here is see different people's downloads and place in different locations. That is not a right procedure. Okay, so the right procedure over here is if you are not using Maven. Anyhow, after these sessions I will explain you Maven project and how to set up in Maven. Time being, ignore it. I'm just taking plain Java project as of now to be as simple as much and to explain as better and to understand as much as better. Okay, so I'm trying to be go in a very simplest simple way. Now what we need to do here is we need to create a simple one folder called lib. Okay, this lib folder I'm going to collect all jar files. Okay, so maybe just now I just downloaded Selenium server jar file. In future I may need to download different APIs. Okay, if I want to interact with Excel files, I need one API. If I want to go for TestNG, I need one more API, right? Nothing but a jar files. Okay, so for to collect everything and to place in one right place, I have to create one lib folder in my project. Okay, and another one is the drivers. Okay, this is only specific to the browser related exe files. Okay, I show you, right? So Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Safari. So you need to go to respective documentation pages and you need to download .exe files. Anyhow, these things again I will explain couple of times whenever interacting with each and every browser. Okay, now come to come to your project. Let's say this is our project. Now simply right click on your project and come on, look like it's hanging out. Mm, and go to the new and go to the folder. Okay, so the name I'm giving for this particular folder is lib. Now finish it. So lib folder is created. Okay, try to avoid copying paste onto the Eclipse. Okay, always go to the backend folder. Okay, the first session itself I said, right, we are going to create a one workspace, right? The workspace is nothing but a place where we are going to save all our stuff. One second. Eclipse is there, right? Good. Now let's see. So I'm choosing C and workspace folder, right? And this is a place where I'm going to save all my files. And this is a Selenium sessions, nothing but our project. Okay, let's go to inside your project, and this is your lib folder. Okay, here we need to place all our jar files. Okay, now as of now we have only one jar file. Let's go to this one, and I'm copying this. And of course, if you download, if download goes to the download folders, just copy and paste here from your downloads to the project lib folder. The paste here. That's it. Now come to the Eclipse and refresh your project. Okay, see my jar file came to here. Okay, so we just place the jar file in a one folder. That's it. We still not yet configure this one. Okay, now what we need to do here is we need to go for class path setup. Okay, simply right click on your project and you can see build path. Okay, go for configure build path. Click on it. Okay, so these are the libraries. Here we need to call all our libraries, then only we can go for coding. Okay, so here click on add jars. So there are two ways where you can add your jar files. One is add jars and another one is add external jars. So when you click on add jars, this add jar scope is inside your project. So this is my project. Inside your project, if you have any jar files where you can add by using your add jar files. Let's say now go for lib, because I'm just copy to my lib folder and select this one and click OK. Okay, so now my jar file is added. If you observe the ending right side, Selenium sessions by lib. Okay, so nothing but this is your relative path of your jar file. So from the project to lib folder, that's it. So tomorrow if you share this particular whole project to somebody, so if you exported and other people imported it, they don't feel any difficulties, because all your jar file is inside the project folder, and that too it contains a relative path. Got my point? So this is a better way to add all your jar files. Okay, the another way where we can do all the jar files also, this way, add external jars. Let's say click on this one. So it will navigate to again your hard drives. So here you can go to as your location, as your wish, because add jars only go to your project. Add external jars, it will go to your system. So you can browse all your stuff and you can add jar files from whatever location you have. Okay, so now this is a location I'm having. Let's say I can add from here. Now observe here, the location here is D WebDriver setups. Okay, so if I share my project, surely you don't have this particular file or this particular folders structure. Got my point? So that's why avoid usage of add external jars. Of course, this is a one of the way where we can add jar files, but it is not recommended. Let me remove this one. Okay, now focus on add jar files. If you want to go for add jar files, just create a one folder inside your project and place all your jars there. Okay, apply and close. As soon as you done apply, now you see your reference libraries. Nothing but now you are really added or you done path to your jar file. This is a sort of location where you are collecting the files. That's it. Not hand over it to a Eclipse or not integrated into your exact project. Okay, simply not in your build path. Okay, now here we'll see if it is as a reference library is nothing but we done correctly. Okay, so this is how we can bring WebDriver jar or API into our project, nothing but a build path setup or class path setup. Clear? Fine. Let's see it will really works or not. Okay, so if if I want to see it is working or not, I just initiate a browser, right? So for that we need these drivers. Okay, I will explain all these drivers, what is these meanings and how to do it step by step. For this particular short session, I'm just open the browser and I will show you. The next session I will explain you how to open a Chrome browser like that. Okay, now let's come to here. Now if I say WebDriver, don't write everything, just try to utilize control space as much as possible. That's really better. Mm, So, okay, so WebDriver, come on, and the object name I'm giving as a driver equal to new. Here I'm just trying to open a Chrome browser, so that's why I'm going for Chrome driver. Okay, now this particular command is helpful to open a Chrome browser. Okay, to open any browser, okay, we need to take help from the .exe files. Okay, nothing but we usually call it as a Chrome driver. So let's I place that one. So set property. So don't worry about this. Okay, I will explain on this in coming video. Okay, so WebDriver dot Chrome dot driver, and the value here is nothing but a location. I'm just giving a hardcore location just time being, but in real time we don't use it. In the next session I will explain you how can we give relative locations. Okay. Let me close this. So Chrome driver dot exe. Good. Now I'm given my location of Chrome driver exe file, and I'm just calling to open a Chrome browser. Let's see. See, browser is open perfectly. So we are done setup with WebDriver or Selenium. Okay. Now onwards I will use the WebDriver because this is an actual tool we are using. Okay. So don't worry and don't confuse it. And simply I'm just going to show you how to go to the URL also, but don't worry about it. I will explain all this stuff in coming video. Let's straight away go to the Selenium downloads page and see here. Just to see are we done configuration properly or not. That's it. See, it is navigated to download phase. So if you have any queries, just do the comments, we'll see it. Okay, so this is for today's session. Tomorrow we will see how we can open each and every browser one by one. Okay, thank you.